Mr. Bobb, in response to your total disrespect of the DPS Student Transportation Department and this proposed sellout to First Student Transportation Company, I would like to address a few factual issues on behalf of myself and my coworkers, as well as many other employees who will be greatly affected. Since you have been here, I have read about your so-called misfindings of monies being misappropriated, stolen, and wasted, about ghost checks, bogus purchases being made, and how DPS is in such absolute financial ruin. You have to come to say, and you're here to save the day. Yet out of all the stealing, the bogus checks and purchases, the ghost checks, etc., you have yet to report that any of the incidences of theft or loss had anything to do whatsoever with DPS bus drivers or attendants or student transportation. Yet we stand to lose more than anyone else in this whole sellout business in your attempt to save money. Your directors and operators of student transportation, however, on the other hand, have been switched, replaced, changed, etc. so many times. I guess there's no way to pinpoint the real misuse of funds, which I have witnessed in the past. Purchases being made of tracking device systems that never were used, cameras on the buses that never worked or ever used, the purchase of buses that were no good in the first place, leaking when it rains with faulty parts and functions that never worked, mysterious theft of new computers, purchase from excessive company vehicles that are showing up parked in strange places now. And when purchases of expensive office furniture and equipment that disappeared when supervision changed, I could go on, and I'm sure there is much more. But what's the purpose? You have already decided to cut the lifeline of many innocent people who have given their lives, sometimes risking them, to transporting several generations of Detroit students for DPS, and now looking forward to retirement and being able to sustain our lives and not worry about how. You are showing us absolutely no respect whatsoever. Not only are you kicking us out in the street with nothing, you are not even benevolent enough to secure us a spot with the takeover company. We don't need your permission to apply with them on their terms. We're able to do that on our own, thank you. However, what you need to do is be fair and merciful and reassess your position and make cuts from the top down. Starting with you, Mr. Bobb, not accepting that raise that we heard about. I won't even quote the figure. And hiring a specialist to run Detroit student transportation properly and hold everyone accountable and save the livelihoods of many innocent, deserving individuals who will be devastated by this sellout. What if this doesn't work? Buying the department back will cost you more in the long run. Besides, it's always better to own than to rent or lease. That's sensible business. Mr. Bobb, I humbly ask that you at least give us a fair chance to redeem student transportation under new supervised directors and be able to hold everyone accountable for making it work effectively and efficiently. Set a trial period and give us a chance. We deserve a fair chance. This is not our fault. Yeah.
I think it's important. I think that was a very important statement. I actually think that was a very important statement. And the one thing I like about your statement, among other things, is that you had the courage to speak and to lay it out the way you see it on behalf of your colleagues. And that's A, that's admirable. And B, the other thing that's admirable investigate a whole lot of things that happens in Detroit Public Schools, and including bus drivers. So I'm not at liberty to say about everything that goes on, but I do respect the right that you have to make the statement on behalf of your colleagues. There are a lot of issues in Detroit Public Schools, from transportation all across, and so we're looking at reducing our costs everywhere we can. We're swimming in red ink, and we're going to get out of this. It doesn't do any good to continue to have a school system in deficit when we have parts suppliers calling have their invoices processed. We have battery companies calling to get their invoices processed. When I arrived here last year, we couldn't even buy fuel for these buses without having to pay up front. So, there's just a lot of issues in this. Let me just say, the reality is that, we do have financial crisis. So I have one more question, and we're